Experts Corner. We are here today with a young dynamic entrepreneur who's making sustainability a motto not for herself but for the world. Founder and CEO of EcoWare, India's sustainable and eco-friendly tablewares and compostable packaging for both commercial and domestic use. We welcome Ria Mazumdar Singhal. Hi Ria, good
Hi,
morning.
morning.
Welcome once again to Packaging Live.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
Thank you for your time today. I'm sure it's a busy schedule with all the things opening up, your productions capacities and all scaling up, and you're there to meet the demands of your customers.
Yeah, it's an exciting time. We're glad to be back and running. It's been almost 2 months of quietness and a lull. So we're very excited to be back. We're excited for the post-COVID world and, providing our sustainable solutions.
Wonderful. Ria, you've been the torchbearer representing women in the packaging industry. Tell us about your journey and why you decided to enter this sector.
So I started this journey about 11 years ago. Just to give you a bit of the background, prior to which I'm actually a pharmacologist. I used to work for Pfizer in the UK. I moved to Delhi in 2009. And I decided that, I think for me, that the two things that kind of struck a chord and hit home was one, that we were so freely eating out of plastic plates, plastic bowls. We were just using plastic tableware, not understanding the negative impact that it has, right? And there's now more and more clinical evidence to show that when you put hot food in a plastic plate or a thermocol or styrofoam plate, it basically melts and leaches toxins into your food, which then cause disease in your body. And that was something, I think, with my science background that I was quite aware of. And I was, so when I came here, I was really shocked that people were eating so freely out of plastic. And I think second thing was that we have no formal waste segregation system. Having grown up mostly in the West, I was used to recycling, separating your waste at source, so at home or at work. And none of that happened here. When I moved here, we threw everything in one dustbin, and it, 90% of the time still ends up in those ever-growing landfills. And I thought that considering we're a biomass-rich nation, we've got plenty of agri-waste, and I thought that it would be a good idea to create something out of waste where the product allows you to eat safely and then also is disposed of safely. So it's biodegradable, right? And we're not relying on any sort of formal waste segregation. So that was the idea, and that's how really EcoWare was born in 2009 of May. I decided that I went into the Sadar Bazaars and the Chandni Chowks. I found 5 products that sold really well in plastic and styrofoam. And I said, let's just copy these shapes. I don't want to reinvent too much of the wheel. And in March 2010, I commissioned our first production unit. That year, we catered to the entire Commonwealth Games, which was a great launchpad for the company. It gave, as a team, it gave us a lot of confidence, right? So, and then we just never looked back. We kind of started developing our sales channels. We started in Delhi NCR because that's been our home and our base, and kind of just grew geographically across the country from there. 11 years later, we grew from probably a 20 people team to over 120 people now. We have about 28 distributors that span from Kashmir all the way down to Kerala. We export our product, so anywhere from Sri Lanka all the way up to South America. And so, and we're constantly innovating. So we've started, like I said, in tableware. Now we've kind of, and we've done well with it. And I think that, now we're looking at what else can we do? What other feedstock can we use? What other applications can we make? What other industries can we support? So we're out there to, replace as much single-use plastic as we possibly can.
Great, Ria. It's been a wonderful idea, and I understand the journey has been quite innovative, and you've been working on the sustainable cause. And I must add over here that Ria has been awarded the Nari Shakti Puruskar, the highest civilian honor for a woman by the President of India. She's also been on the World Economic Forum of the Young Global Leaders of 2018 and Asia 21 Young Leader in 2019. She's also been an invited member in the CII National Committee of Women Empowerment and CII CEO Forum on Air Pollution. So that, I think, states where you're talking about sustainable development. And I'd like to know more about the kind of product innovations that you're looking in your company, and a bit more about your company, and what kind of new product ideas that you're trying to bring in.
Sure. So our current range that we started with, so the tableware, so like I mentioned, it's made out of agri-waste. So typically wheat, rice, sugarcane is what we've used. Once the crop is processed, the waste that is left is what we use as our raw material. And we convert it into, safe, hygienic a range of tableware that you will typically see at airport food courts, offices, your Haldirams, your Subways, etc., and even on the trains, right? And the beauty of this product is that it's, like I mentioned, 100% biodegradable, and it doesn't rely on any formal waste segregation. So if you put it in soil, it will once it comes in contact with soil, it biodegrades within a 90 to 100-day period and turns into soil. And as a company, one of the things that we're really proud of is the fact that 100% of our revenue is derived from a circular economy model. So unlike other industries, we don't create any waste, right? Any water is reused, any excess pulp is reused. If there is any any of the gases released, it's just pure water vapor. So there is zero waste. And when we look at this post-COVID world, right, Prateek, one of the key things is that the key priority is to prevent cross-contamination. So the need for single use across industries is becoming more and more a priority. And what we're seeing is, okay, with the tableware range, it's working. We're seeing the food and beverage sector sort of move to more cloud kitchens, change their portion sizes, because I'm assuming people will be, sharing food less, more takeaways, deliveries. So we're constantly innovating with shapes and sizes to help as a delivery solution. The other thing that we're constantly doing is that we're working with hospitals, right, where cross-contamination is a priority. So from a food and beverage range, as well as we're looking at different medical appliances, and we're trying to help hospitals reduce their plastic footprint. Another industry that's very close to my heart is the e-commerce industry. We all know that when we even order the smallest, tiniest packet, it probably comes in 10 layers of packaging, and that's something that we're looking to replace and create sustainable packaging for. I had a call recently with someone in the wine industry just yesterday saying that, we want to look at solutions on packaging our bottles that are, and packaging that provides, sustains the temperature range as well. And one of the other beauties of EcoWare is that it sustains the temperature range from -20 to about 180 degrees. So you can microwave, bake, freeze, fridge, and use it across those platforms. So I think people are now, like I said, across industries, realizing that in 2020, be it COVID, be it, be it climate change, you don't want to be seen as a person using plastic if you need to use a disposable. And I think there's also more and more data showing that consumers are aligning themselves with brands that are responsible, that are making the right choices. And I think also brand owners are realizing that your consumer is changing. So, and that person's evolving. So today it might be, us, but tomorrow it's going to be my kids or the Greta Thunbergs of the world who are becoming so aware of things like climate change that you have to be sustainable moving forward.
Wonderful. I'm sure all of us would have eaten through one of your tableware solutions till now.
I hope so. If you haven't, I will send you some.
I'm sure all of us would have. Your brand is going places, and I believe you're also exporting. So what are the kind of markets that you're looking outside India?
So I genuinely believe that this is an opportunity for a true Indian brand to go global, right? Single-use plastic is a global problem. when I started 11 years ago, yes, our focus was India, and I wanted, I wanted to provide a homegrown solution for India, which is something I still want to do. There's no doubt about it. But as the awareness is growing and as the need is growing, like I said, this is an opportunity for us to take a brand truly made in India to global scales. So we are looking at, various markets. We supply the GCC. We supply a various number of stores in South America. We've got presence in Europe, and parts of Africa as well.
Wonderful. It's the right initiative and kind of aligns with our Honorable PM's idea of make in India and serve the world essentially. So wonderful to hear that. Ria, we just had our Global Exhibitions Day celebrated on June 3rd.
Mm-hmm.
See B2B exhibitions in India or abroad enabling sectors like yourself to grow and connect with your consumers?
Absolutely. I think, I certainly find them beneficial. Whether I'm an exhibitor or even a visitor, I think that, as an entrepreneur, you have limited resources, right? You don't for me, compared to a Nestle or a Unilever or somebody like that, it's, I'm a very small team. So these platforms and these exhibitions allow networking at a scale and a much quicker scale that I probably wouldn't normally have access to. So we are always looking at, platforms that are useful to exhibit in, to showcase our product, as well as to meet like-minded individuals, right? So whether you're looking at other entrepreneurs creating new brands, whether you're looking at established brands where you want to kind of integrate into their supply chain. And I think that it's a great form of connectivity.
Wonderful. Ria, what are your plans post-COVID, considering we all hope that it ends soon? So have you made some kind of a bucket list, or is business what's on your focus currently?
So I think, Pradeep, personally, my parents don't live in India. So I think my number one priority is definitely to catch up with family. My kids are 6 and 8 and have been locked in for, like I said, almost 2 months. So I think our weekly or daily visits just to a park or, playing outdoors is something that's on our mind. So simple pleasures, I think, I think from a business perspective, like I said, it's the best place to be in at the moment. There is a real need for disposables because people are scared of cross-contamination. So we are always excited to work and create new solutions and innovate, and that's what keeps us going.
Wonderful. Ria, would you like to share a message with the industry through this Packaging Live platform?
That caught me off. I think my message would be that, just taking away from our webinar last week, that sustainability has to be at the forefront of packaging, whichever way and form you're looking at it. And I've said that for multiple reasons. I've said that from a post-COVID world as there's a need. I say it from a climate change perspective, because I think that we can all, sit in our cozy offices right now and think that climate change will not affect us. But as business leaders, you have to know that extreme temperatures will affect your output. It affects your manpower. It will affect you, it will affect you as a brand. And I think that, we've got to be, we've got to align ourselves to sustainability, make sure our growth curves moving forward imbibe a sustainable path. So that's basically my key message.
Thank you, Ria, for such wonderful and inspiring words. We all require a sustainable platform that we can offer to the world and the generations to come in. It was a pleasure talking to you. Let's stay connected, stay safe. And the rest of the industry, looking forward to see you with the Packaging Live Experts Corner. Let's meet again. Let's stay safe. Let's stay connected. Thank you all.
Thank you.